While you were sleeping, while you were watching the game, while you were scrolling through social media and arguing about politics, the legislation that financial privacy advocates have warned about for years was quietly signed into law. The Digital Currency Modernization Act goes into effect this weekend, Saturday at midnight, less than 72 hours from now. And when you wake up Sunday morning, the America you knew will be fundamentally different. The financial freedom you took for granted will be gone. The ability to transact privately, to hold wealth outside the digital surveillance system, to use cash without restriction, will be legally curtailed in ways most people still do not understand. This is not a drill. This is not speculation. This is not some future threat that might materialize someday. This is happening right now, this weekend. The bill passed the Senate at 11:47 p.m. last Thursday in a voice vote with no recorded roll call, no debate, no amendments, no publicity. The House had already passed it 3 weeks earlier in a late-night session buried beneath coverage of a presidential scandal. The president signed it Monday morning in a private ceremony with no press present. The White House released a single-paragraph statement calling it a necessary modernization of our financial infrastructure for the digital age. It's necessary modernization. That is what they call the end of financial privacy. That is how they describe the most comprehensive surveillance expansion in American history. That is the euphemism for a system that will track every dollar you spend, every purchase you make, every transaction you conduct. Starting this weekend, the mainstream media has barely covered it. A few paragraphs in the business section, a brief mention on the financial networks, nothing on the front pages, nothing leading the evening news. They do not want you to understand what is happening until it is too late to resist, but you are watching a finance reality, and I am going to tell you exactly what this law does, exactly how it restricts your freedom, and exactly what you need to do before Saturday midnight to protect yourself. The clock is ticking. The window is closing, and the America of financial privacy is about to end. Welcome to Finance Reality. Let me show you what they just did with your money. Using cash punishes the innocent to theoretically catch a tiny minority of bad actors who will simply find other methods anyway. The real reason for this legislation is control. A government that can see every transaction can control every transaction. A government that knows everything you buy can influence what you buy. A government with complete financial visibility has complete financial power. Let me give you specific examples of what becomes possible. Programmable money. The digital dollar can be programmed with restrictions. The government could decree that your digital dollars cannot be spent on firearms, or ammunition, or certain books, or donations to unapproved political organizations, or purchases from businesses that do not comply with social credit requirements. This sounds dystopian, but it is already being tested. China's digital yuan includes exactly these capabilities. The technology exists, the legal framework is now in place. Only political will determine whether it is activated.